Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Owensville Dutchmen baseball field for tonight's matchup against the visiting Potosi Trojans. Man, they had a long drive getting in here. I've had to make that drive multiple times. And if you're from Potosi watching this, then you saved yourself a drive. And if you're from Owensville, come on out to the ball field. It's a beautiful day before we have some tumultuous weather come in over the weekend. As you can see right now, the head coaches are meeting at home plate. We're about to get this one started. We'll have the PA announcer announcing the lineups here in just a moment, and you'll also get to hear the national anthem. Today, I am joined by not even my student. You're just a student in the high school, Mr. Chris Waymeyer. Chris, how are you doing?
Not too bad. Yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. We will tonight is going to be an interesting night. It'll be the first time that I will be leaving mid-broadcast, because my kids have t-ball practice. So I will be leaving somewhere around 5:40. We're going to show Chris the ropes tonight on calling a baseball game, which if you were tuned in last night for the soccer game, I can tell you this. I know a lot more about baseball than I do soccer, so I'll be able to do a little bit better job calling the baseball game than the soccer game. But Chris, you're a freshman here at OHS. You've probably seen Chris if you watch any of our broadcasts, because he's always helping out with the cameras and does a great job for us. Chris, how many broadcasts do you think you've been involved with so far?
Just this year, not including my last year of middle school, I think I have helped out with almost every live broadcast. I think I've missed around 3 or 4.
Yeah. So when you're watching a live broadcast from OHS TV studio, typically Chris is manning a camera. Tonight, we're doing a very different system. You're going to get the outfield cam behind the pitcher's mound and get the batters in there. We'll always start with this cam until the ball's in play. And then once the ball's in play, we'll go to this cam. We don't have a manned camera tonight. We're just going to use these two. Usually, Chris would be manning a camera, but he's going to be on mics with us tonight on the video switcher, because when I leave, it's his rodeo. With that said, we'll go ahead and go over a few things. I'll pull up the schedules of the Dutchmen and Potosi so you get an idea of what these two teams come in bringing. The Dutchmen come into today's matchup at a record of 6-14. You're going to see that they're on a little bit of a losing streak as of recently. They haven't been home since the Union game on April 9th, where they had a big conference win. They won 3-1. They'd go on a 3-game winning streak against 3 conference schools, Union, St. James, and Herman. They traveled out of town for a tournament where they went on a 5-game losing streak. But I'm going to stop talking now so you can hear the PA announcer.
Not working? Yep, we're good. Good evening and welcome to Dutchman Field for today's game featuring the Potosi Trojans and your Owensville Dutchmen. It's now time to introduce the starting players. First up, the visiting Potosi Trojans. Batting first and playing left field, number 14, Gavin Mosier. Batting second and playing shortstop, number 6, Lane Revelle. Batting third and pitching, number 1, Braden Blair. Batting fourth and playing first base, number 21, Landon Johnson. Batting fifth and catching, number 2, Crew Sadler. Batting sixth and playing right field, number 15, Alex Hogan. The Trojans DH tonight is number 10, David Miller. Batting eighth and playing second base, number 8, Camden Kincaid. Batting ninth, playing third base, number 9, Zachary Johnson. And not batting but playing center field, number 11, Cole Patel. The Trojans are coached by Ron McRaven and assisted by Eric Johnson, Dylan Wyrick, and Blake Coleman. And now for your Owensville Dutchmen. Batting first and playing right field, number 6, Weston Crammy. Batting second and catching tonight, number 22, Chris Allen. Batting third and playing first base, number 24, Tucker Sassman. Batting fourth and playing third base, number 23, Chase Wyrick. Batting fifth and playing shortstop, number 8, Leighton Holmeyer. Batting sixth, playing left field, number 12, George Vandegrift. Pitching tonight, number 18, Gabe Medlock. Batting eighth and playing second base, number 13, Bryce Crammy. The Dutchmen's DH tonight, batting ninth, number 15, Henry Lepp. And not batting but playing center field, number 3, Kai Krupp. The Dutchmen are coached by Stephen Kemp and assisted by Stephen Bitten and Brandon Howard. At this time, we ask that you please rise, remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
You guys were able to hear our wonderful PA announcer, Miss Crystal Eli. She's been calling baseball games. How many years have you been doing this now, Crystal? How many years have you been doing this? Third year. She does a wonderful job. We'll go ahead and go back to these schedules here real quick. Potosi comes into this game with an 8-5 record. You're going to notice that we don't have very many common opponents, but you will see on there they have played Sullivan and St. Clair. They beat both Sullivan and St. Clair. Beat Sullivan by a score of 13-2, which Sullivan has been a very, very good squad this year to my knowledge. So we might have our hands full here with this Potosi Trojan lineup. If we go back to our schedule, I want to show that one more time. We played St. Clair earlier this week, and we lost 67 in a close game, and then we kind of got our butts whooped by Sullivan back at the beginning of April. So that's two teams that we lost to that they won. But here's the deal in baseball. Anything can happen. Today we got Mr. Gabe Medlock on the mound. Let's take a little bit of a look at his statistics. He comes into this season with 24 innings pitched, a 2.25 ERA, and a 1-2 win-loss record. You see him warming up on the mound right there. He is the Dutchman starter for today. When he's not starting pitching, he's often playing shortstop, I believe. Started the season batting pretty high in the lineup. I think he's moved down just a little bit. But
number 14, Gavin Mosier.
All right, leadoff hitter. Got a beautiful day, Chris. How warm would you say it is out here today?
I would say it's warming up from recently, so I would say it's going to get into the 70s, 60s, nice weather.
All right, and the first pitch here from Medlock is going to fall in for a strike. Caught the inside corner there. He's ahead in the count, 0-1. Looked like he started him off with off speed, so a lot of confidence from a younger pitcher. That one's going to be fouled into the net as Medlock is quickly ahead. No balls and 2 strikes. Chris, you ever play baseball?
I have not. I've done a lot of different sports around here, including track and cross country.
That ball's going to be hit over to our second baseman. It is gathered up by Mr. Bryce Crammy. He throws over to Sassman at first for the first out of this ball game. And that's just what the doctor ordered. As a head coach, you want to be able to see your pitcher come out throwing strikes. He came out and threw 3 quick ones to induce a ground ball for the first out. I got to coach in cross country, Chris, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, the wind is not too bad today as well.
Yeah, it's very still out as opposed to last night. We had that soccer game last night, and we're about to get blowed out of the press box, it felt like. As Medlock falls behind, 1 ball and no strikes here. He sets up, fires a strike there on the swing. Looked like to be an off-speed pitch to hit the bottom. Not in the strike zone, but caught the batter fooled out on his front foot. The ball is going to be hit down the third base line foul. It moves the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Scott Rasmussen tuned in here. Scott, good to hear from you. Go Dutchman. We couldn't agree more. Beautiful day for some baseball. That ball is going to be scorched into right field. Crammy sort of tried to come up and make a play on it. He might have been able to make a play if he dove, but ball fell just right in front of him there. It's going to be a single for the 2-hole hitter for Potosi. Now, Chris is going to take over the play-by-play next inning. It'll be his first time ever. So
I think that us coming in with a positive attitude as well to this is really going to help us get through the day, and
absolutely.
let's see what the players do.
All right, we're going to go to this view because it looks like the umpire and the second baseman are scooted over just a little bit there on this view. So we'll give you the behind-the-plate press box view here. Not going to be able to tell balls and strikes quite as well as that one's fouled straight back up here. Might have come in the press box if the net wasn't there. But you like to see that Medlock working ahead in the count, throwing strikes. Got to make him beat you by hitting the ball, not taking free passes. And he's done that so far here. Got a runner stealing here. Allen not able to get a glove on that one as it came in. Well, he got a glove on it, wasn't able to squeeze it. So easy stolen base there for the Potosi 2-hole hitter. That is Mr. Lane Ravel. Braden Blair is at the plate right now. We can actually go back to this view now since the umpire's moved. Medlock misses low. First battery's really fallen behind here. I don't think he's even had a 2-ball count yet. You got to imagine, though, with this being the 3-hole hitter for Potosi, probably, if not their best hitter, one of their best hitters. Took a big hack at that one, kind of stepped out. Medlock hitting a swing and miss on an off-speed pitch. Moves the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes here with a runner on second base. Going to miss high. Chris, after this batter, I'm going to let you try to do the video switcher while we're sitting here too.
Got it.
So really the only thing to it is, like I said, once the ball's in play, we switch over to 1.
Yep.
All right. Medlock with a delivery. Swing and a miss for strike 3 on the 3-hole hitter, Braden Blair. That's a big strikeout with a runner in scoring position.
To the plate, number 21, Landon Johnson.
Landon Johnson, the 4-hole hitter, cleanup hitter, playing first base for these Potosi Trojans. Lefty steps into the box, wanting to drive that run home from second. So, Chris, one thing that's weird about baseball is we have all these weird sayings. You have a runner on second or third base, that's called scoring position. And sometimes people say, you got a duck on the pond. So since there's a runner on second, I'd say he's going to try to bring home the duck on the pond.
Yeah, these sayings.
He's pretty weird. There's a bunch of them in baseball. Good block there by Chris. Kept it in front of him and kept the runner from moving up to third base. As Medlock falls behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes.
Whenever you are in action, sometimes you can say some pretty weird things. And
yeah, sometimes I wonder if these things that we say came from, weird moments in live broadcasts where people say things that don't really make sense.
And
that ball is going to be hit out to right field. We're going to have a play at the plate here. Oh, boy. Oh! Saying he got in under the tag. It was a good relay. Crammy out in right field. Hit his cutoff man, the first baseman, Tucker Sassman. And Tucker Sassman fired a pretty good shot home, but home plate umpire said hand got in first. Landon Johnson comes through for the Trojans.
These are definitely
Number 2, Crew Sadler.
These are definitely going to be tighter plays. I will admit, the tighter the play, usually the more interesting it is to watch.
Yeah, that was definitely a close play. Now we're going to see with a runner on first base, the umpire change positioning, the second base move a little closer to the bag, so we're going to have to go away from this view. You can see the runner's leadoff over at first base as Gabe decides to check on him over there. Again, that's Landon Johnson came up with a big 2-out hit to bring the duck on the pond home. Make it a 1-0 ball game here for the Potosi Trojans at the top of the first inning. Pitch is going to miss outside as Medlock falls behind 1-0 to the 5-hole hitter, Mr. Crew Sadler. He's their catcher. That ball is going to be hit straight up in the air to deep right center, and it's going to fall, and we're going to have potentially another run score here, but the third base coach for Potosi, the head coach, holds him up. It's going to be a stand-up double for catcher Crew Sadler.
Now batting number 15,
It looks like he's going to run for
Alex
himself.
Hogan.
A lot of times you see the catchers get a pinch runner, especially with 2 outs. I'm actually a little bit surprised here that they're not pinch running for him. He must have some speed of his own, and coach wants to leave him out there, which means that the backup catcher's probably getting gear on in the dugout to warm up the starting pitcher at the bottom half of the inning in the event that he gets stranded out on the base pass here, which is what Gabe is going to try to do. Gets ahead in the count here to the 6-hole batter, which is Alex Hogan, the right fielder. When Chris and I were setting up the outfield cam, we chatted with a couple of the Potosi Trojan players about their drive in. It's a heck of a drive from Potosi. Batter calls time. You ever been to Potosi, Chris?
I have not. I've been, I think, the exact opposite way.
Yeah?
Around the same drive.
It's I want to say it's like an hour and 45 minutes. That's a heck of a drive. And it's like through windy country. It's Yeah, it's a little bit of a tough drive. Back when I was coaching baseball, I would drive the school bus with the team to go play in Potosi, and they have a beautiful field there in Potosi, and I think baseball is taken pretty seriously in Potosi. But I did not like going there just because of the drive. I liked hosting Potosi though. Just a tough drive to make in a school bus.
I think Potosi's another really good competitor for us, depending on what sport and where we are, but most of the time they give us a good challenge.
Yeah. Oh, where did that one miss? Gabe. Yeah, I mean, that was pretty close. I think Mr. Alex Hogan might have gotten away with one there, but it makes the count full. Payoff pitch, and it's going to be a ball as it looked like Hogan was going to offer at it, but he kept his hands back and draws the walk on the ball that's spiked in the ground by Medlock.
Now batting number 10, David Miller.
Now, here's another baseball term for you. The bases are juiced. Bases loaded. David Miller, the DH, up to bat. That one's right down central as Medlock is able to work ahead in the count 1-0. 0-1, my apologies.
They do have some height on us with some of their players.
Yeah, I've always noticed that it seems like Potosi kids are generally just bigger in stature than kids from Owensville. But I think that's true with a lot of our surrounding area. It seems like the genetics in Owensville are we're just not quite as big as a lot of these surrounding towns. But nonetheless,
I'm gonna say we have a few tall guys for Owensville. We don't have.
it's going to be a chopper to the second baseman. Cramey's going to come up, and he's going to field the ball, make the play. Dutchmen are going to avoid major trouble here in the top of the first as Potosi leaves the bases stranded, but not before Mr. Landon Johnson comes through with a clutch 2-out RBI, scoring the 2-hole hitter, Lane Revelle. As we move to the bottom half of this first inning here, I'd like to give a shout out to the sponsor of this broadcast, and that is Boy Scout Troop 22, who has their annual golf tournament tomorrow. If you're interested in golfing, tee time is going to be at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, $135 for a 3-person team. All of the money going to help support the Boy Scouts. And if you're interested in joining in this 10th annual tournament scramble, you can reach out to Miss Shannon Lang at 573-291-2291.
I have to be up there at 8 a.m. tomorrow, so.
You are part of that Boy Scout troop, correct?
I am.
Very nice, very nice. Well, I hope it's a good turnout and a good day for golf. We'll go through the Dutchman lineup here. Batting leadoff is going to be Weston Crammy. He's our right fielder. Batting second is catcher Chris Allen. Third, first baseman Tucker Sassman. Fourth, senior Chase Wyrick. Third baseman. Fifth, Leighton Homeyer playing short. Sixth, George Vandegrift, left fielder. Seventh, the pitcher Gabe Medlock. Eighth, the second baseman, who was busy last inning, Bryce Crammy. And ninth is going to be Mr. Henry Lebb, who is DHing for our center fielder Kai Krupp. We'll go ahead and take a look at our leadoff hitter, Mr. Weston Crammy here, as he comes into this game with a .219 batting average. He scored 6 runs on the season and does not have an RBI just yet. Weston didn't start the season batting out of the leadoff position, but that's where he finds himself at this point in the year. And we hope he gets things started off here with a good Dutchman base hit. Sees a few pitches. Let's see this pitcher. Pitcher for the Trojans is their 3-hole hitter, Braden Blair.
I have recorded a few of these games, and I will admit some of these guys can really hit.
Yeah, the heart of our lineup can really drive the baseball. It's pretty fun. All right, you're going to be on that now, Chris.
Yep.
So when the ball's in play, you just switch over to 1.
I got to remember how to count a little bit.
You want to be quick on it so that way the viewer can see where the ball goes. We do the best we can here, but we are amateurs. All right, Blair comes set to deliver his first pitch of this one, and it is going to catch the outside part of the plate there as Crammy falls behind 0-1. Not a bad thing for the leadoff hitter, though, to take a look at the first one. Ideal leadoff hitters are going to see a variety of pitches from the pitcher. That one's going to be off speed that they're going to say catches the top part of the zone as Crammy is quickly behind no balls and 2 strikes. But you want your leadoff hitter to be a guy that's on base a lot. Hopefully that's what we're able to see Crammy do here. Swings and tips caught by the catcher. That's going to be a strikeout. Out number 1. And it's going to bring
Coming to the plate, number 22, Chris Allen.
Mr. Chris Allen up to the mound, or up to the batter's box. Chris, senior on this team, comes in hitting .308. 2 runs and 17 RBIs on the season. Great contact hitter, does not strike out much. They're going to say that breaking pitch missed on the inside part of the plate. Chris, a member of my TV studio class. Got to teach him math in 7th grade. Very studious, very respectful student. Somebody that we're lucky to have here at OHS. I'd take a classroom full of Chris Allens. All right, 2-0 delivery here is going to catch the outside part of the plate. It's Chris still ahead in the count here, 2-1. Chris really ahead in the count here, 3-1 now. Usually if Chris gets on base, you're going to see him. He's a very athletic kid, but they pinch run for him pretty much every time since he's the catcher. You probably see somebody like Liam Rasmussen running out there to run for him in the event that he gets on first. And the delivery here is going to be ripped right between the shortstop and third base for the first hit of the game. As Chris Allen is on first, and he's going to be quickly relieved of his running duties by Mr. Liam Rasmussen. It's like I predicted it. It's like I've seen this. It's like I've seen this movie before. And now the hottest hitter on this entire Dutchman squad steps to the plate. That's Mr. Tucker Sassman, sophomore here at OHS, also a member of My Dutch Time. We're probably going to have to switch to the other cam just because the umpire's right in. Well, we can stay here for now. It's not too bad. First pitch is going to be taken outside for ball 1. Actually, go ahead and switch that other cam. Go to 1 because I think we'll probably see Liam Rasmussen on the move here at some point. Tucker Sassman, a lot like Chris Allen in the aspect that he does a great job academically and also just a great kid to have in class. Big member of the FFA program here at OHS. And like I said, very, very important piece of this Dutchman baseball team, not only for this year but years to come. Crystal, I think you got 4 balls up there right now, too. That's 2. Be a 2-0 count here on Sassman as he's really in the driver's seat here. Might be a great time to put the runner in motion here because this pitcher is going to be trying for throwing a strike here. Don't want to fall behind 3-0. And that ball is hit into left field for a base hit. That 500 batting average just keeps climbing. That's fantastic to see for a sophomore. Very, very encouraging. Now probably the biggest power bat in the lineup, Mr. Chase Wyrick steps to the plate. He's not shy to hitting home runs. Also the ace of the pitching staff for this Dutchman squad. He comes up with a duck on the pond out there and Liam Rasmussen at second base. Tucker trailing him at first, and we're going to get to see what these Dutchmen can do with runners in scoring position. That ball is going to be ripped right in the same spot. And they're going to hold up Crammy at third to load him up. So 3 consecutive singles after the leadoff hitter, Weston Crammy, was retired on 3 straight pitches. Brings Leighton Homeyer to the plate with an opportunity to really do some damage here as the Dutchmen trail only by 1 in this bottom half of the first inning. And the delivery going to be taken high. And Braden Blair doesn't really have the ability to throw a lot of balls here. He's going to get a strike there on the outside corner, make it 1-1. He's got nowhere to put Homeyer. I guess I could change this. Homeyer comes into this one with a 140 batting average. And he's going to hit that up the middle. He's going to have to hustle it out. Oh, and they're going to say that he's thrown out at first on a double play. Sorry, we didn't get it switched so you could see it, but it was a ground ball hit to the second baseman. And we got a little bit of frustration here from first base coach after did not agree with the call at first that he was out from the umpire, said something to the umpire, and I think somebody from the Potosi dugout had something to chirp back at the coach, and the coach didn't want to hear from a player. But all's well that ends well. We move to the top of the second inning where Chris Waymeyer is going to take his debut leading the play-by-play.
Yikes.
That was the perfect response. Here's the thing, Chris. You can't screw it up, right?
There's many ways to screw this up. It's just that I'm going to try not to.
Well, focus on what you see. That's the main thing. So we're going to watch the pitcher here and see what he does as Medlock comes out for his second inning of work and just try to focus on the play-by-play. You don't have to do anything more than that. Imagine somebody's driving in their car, right, and they have this on playing through their speakers, but they're not able to watch it because they're driving, and they just need to know what the heck is going on in the game from you.
For right now, I don't know his number. I see Potosi bringing out their first batter for this.
I'll help you with that. That's going to be their 8-hole hitter, Camden Kincaid. He's their second baseman.
Now batting number 8, Camden Kincaid.
That was the first
pitch
throw.
missed high. Yep, missed high.
High. That was a little bit low and towards him.
call that inside. Oh, man.
Go for it, and
Now they're squeezing him. My goodness. Where is the strike zone? As Medlock is behind 3-0 here.
that was a little bit towards him again, but they're going to count that as a strike for him. I'm guessing it was just a little bit in zone.
Moves the count to 3 balls and 1 strike. I'm going to argue that that was probably the 3rd strike of the at-bat, but it was only the 2nd one that's called. And when the count is 3-2, it's full. This is called the payoff pitch.
And he hits it out. More sensor. We catch it.
Kai Krupp comes away with a catch out in center field. Kai Krupp, I've been impressed with him this year. His defense has improved throughout the season. Made some good catches in that big conference win over Union. As the 9-hole hitter, 3rd baseman Zachary Johnson comes to the plate here. Take it away, Chris.
That was a strike on him. That was a little bit low for us. Just a little bit.
Nine-hole hitter trying to jump start. 2nd leadoff hitter here.
You go in, and that was a pretty good pitch.
Yeah, you could tell that was an off-speed pitch by the way it moved. Good off-speed there by Medlock. That one's going to be put in play, but foul as Chase is able to glove it, moving to his right at 3rd base. To the 9 viewers that are with us now, thanks for tuning into this broadcast of the Dutchmen versus the Potosi Trojans. Take it away, Chris. 0-2 count.
We had, that was ball, I believe.
He swung. It was a foul ball. Hit it off the very end of the baseball bat, actually. What it looked like to me.
And he hits it.
Another foul ball. So anytime you hear the crack of the bat, you want to be able to hit that 1 button to see where it went.
That was a little bit out for us.
Good spot to miss there, though, from Medlock as head 0-2 in the count. Don't want to give him anything too good to hit. Oh, and a strikeout. Caught him looking for the backwards K is the 9-hole hitter, Zachary Johnson. Going to take us back to the top, Gavin Mosier.
Batting number 14, Gavin Mosier.
Gavin Mosier, the left fielder.
And depending on what he does, it might be our runs.
Medlock looked like he had a little extra cheese on that one as he misses high. Looked like it had more velocity to me, though.
That went straight back to us, so.
It's going to move the count to 1-1.
And we are a little bit low there. And it goes right through. He goes center, makes it to 1st base.
Our shortstop, I believe, Leighton Homeyer, makes a diving play to keep the ball in the infield. It's a good play, but definitely not enough time to catch the speedy Mosier.
Lane Ravel.
Lane Ravel's the lone run scorer in this game as he reached base and was driven home by Landon Johnson in the top of the 1st inning. For anybody just tuning in, Potosi scored their first run, the top of the 1st, and then stranded the bases loaded as Chris is going to have absolutely no chance at throwing out the base stealer there. So a lot like the 1st inning, they now have a runner on 2nd with 2 outs, only instead of being the guy that scores like he did last time, Lane, he's got the chance to drive in the duck on the pond.
And there's the 2nd one. That was a ball. I think that was a little bit low.
Yeah, I think he's calling it low and outside, but, man, that was a good pitcher's pitch. That's a good place to live as the pitcher. As long as you're getting the call. You don't get the call, then you got to move her a little bit in. Instead of moving it in, he moved it further out. So down on the count 3-0 here. At this point, don't want to give him anything too great to hit. But you don't want to lose him. Although you got the open base at first.
We do still have the duck on the pond back there to see if we can get it into.
Well, we want to keep the duck on the pond from getting home. But Potosi wants to score him. Runner on second, 3-1 count. Foul tip. It's going to take the count to a full count. So, Chris, we call a full count, 3-2. We're going to have a payoff pitch here. And it's called the payoff pitch because something's going to happen. He's either going to get a hit, he's going to get a walk, he's going to strike out, or he's going to hit a foul ball. That's the only way the at-bat can continue beyond this pitch. So, with a payoff pitch, Medlock comes set. He delivers.
And that one goes more out.
Oh, my gosh. I don't know if you can see that on your screen. Not a good look there from Mr. Lane Ravel. Doesn't run it out as the first baseman bobbles it. And then on his way into the dugout, spikes his helmet against the ground. So that's going to do it for the Trojans in the top of the second inning. The Dutchmen will take the field, looking to try to even up the score as they are down 1-0 after an inning and a half. Take another moment to talk about the sponsor of this game, Boy Scout Troop 22, having their 10th annual golf tournament tomorrow at the Owensville Golf Club. Tee-off is at 10 a.m., and if you're interested in participating in that tournament, make sure to reach out to Shannon Lang at 573-291-2291. Leading off things for the Dutchmen, if I can remember correctly, so we left the bases loaded last inning. They got 3 outs. So that means it's got to be Bryce Crammy, the 8-hole hitter, I believe. Is that right, Crystal? Crammy leading off? George?
Yeah. George.
Oh, you're right. 3 outs. It should be.
This sport was created in 1845, so as we know, a lot of sports don't last this long, and as it is as popular as it is. So to see a sport stay in the U.S. for as long as it has is quite impressive.
Well, they call it America's pastime for a reason, Chris. That's a good fact. What year did you say? 18 what?
1845.
1845. Dang, yeah. Been a lot of baseball played since 1845, that's for sure. 3. Didn't we have the
Now
bases?
batting for the Dutchman, number 12, George Vandergrift.
I thought we had the bases loaded last inning. Yeah, there was 3 hits. 3 hits. 3. Is George the 6-hole hitter or is he 7-hole?
6.
Oh, we hit into a double play. That's right. Last inning ended on a double play. That's why we're on the 6-hole hitter. George swings and misses at the first offering here from Braden Blair in his second inning of work. That ball is going to be
It's that one a little bit out.
smoked foul down the third base line. Dutchmen are going to get a guy on the ball. Maybe. There he goes. George finds himself in the hole 0-2, just like the leadoff hitter did last inning. And
We got that one a little bit out and down.
makes the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. George Vandergrift tries to get things started here for the Dutchman in the bottom of the second inning. Oh, great curveball there by Blair as he just gets that thing to sit right in at the bottom part of the strike zone. Really caught George Vandergrift on his
Now batting
heels.
to the plate, number 18, Gabe Medlock.
It's going to bring the starting pitcher for the Dutchman, Gabe Medlock, to the box. Batting .300 on the season. He used to bat at the top of the lineup, but has moved down as the season has gone on. Maybe it's because he's pitching today. I don't really know. But he has 3 runs scored and 5 RBIs on the season. That ball is going to be Hit right to the shortstop. Shortstop gathers and fires across the diamond, gets a strike over to the first baseman, Mr. Landon Johnson, the lone RBI holder in this game, for the second out of the inning.
Now batting number 13, Bryce Crammy.
It's going to bring up the Dutchman 8-hole hitter, Bryce Crammy. Bryce has had a few balls hit to him at second base today and has retired all the balls that were hit his way as he gets ahead in the count here, 1-0. Be called strike here to even the count at 1-1. Ooh, off-speed pitch caught him out on his front foot. Makes it 1 ball, 2 strikes here as Crammy tries to get this thing started up for the Dutchman here in the bottom of the second. Blair can't put him away on that pitch. Going to even the count 2-2. I've been pretty impressed with Blair. He's thrown lots of strikes. He gave up 3 consecutive hits in the first inning to the Dutchman, 2, 3, and 4 hitters, but then was able to induce the ground ball inning-ending double play. So we've seen a lot of balls in play and good plays by the Trojan. You don't see double plays turned often in high school, Chris, and that was a good double play that they turned in the bottom of the first.
This is where it either makes it or breaks it. Let's see.
Payoff pitch. Be outside. It's going to get Crammy down to first base and bring up the senior, Mr. Henry
Now
Leb.
coming to the plate, DH number 15, Henry Leb.
You know what a DH is, Chris?
I do not.
So Henry is not playing a position in the field. He's just hitting, and he's hitting for Kai Krupp because Kai Krupp is playing center field, but he's not in the hitting lineup. So DH just means designated hitter. You get 1 DH if you want to use it. You don't have to use it, though. Most teams do. Ball's going to be hit to the shortstop.
He makes a dead sprint for that and doesn't exactly get on base until it's a little bit too late.
Be 3 outs, the end of the inning as the Dutchmen go down in order. But we will start things off with leadoff hitter next inning.
I will say it is definitely a fascinating sport whenever you start looking at the history. It wasn't made in a small town in New York.
Baseball was?
Yeah, it was made, or the first official rules were written down establishing the foundation of the modern game in 1945.
What's really interesting to me is baseball has changed a little bit throughout the years, but the main concepts of the game are still the same as when they were written all those years ago back in the 1800s.
Absolutely. It is fascinating, too, that, like, you look at a lot of the outfits that they're wearing, and it's pretty similar. We have changed the style from shorts to pants, though.
Yes. Also, the gloves have changed enormously. They used to use what look kind of like oven mitts.
I believe they also used pigskin for footballs. Or it was
Leading off top of the third inning, number 1, Braden Blair.
It was some type of animal skin, so
Yeah.
I might have to look into that one.
All right. Gabe Medlock back on the mound for his third inning of work here. Pitcher leads things off for the Potosi Trojans. He smokes that one into left center. It's going to be cut off there by Dutchman left fielder George Vandegrift to hold Blair to a single.
Now batting number 21, Landon Johnson.
Landon Johnson, the lone RBI holder in this game, drove in Lane Ravel in the top of the first inning, and he comes up with an opportunity to do some more damage with a runner on base. And we've seen the runner on first steal both times, and there he goes. But he's swinging. Foul ball's going to send Blair back to first base, who is running for himself. We'll see if he takes off again here. If Medlock is able to check on him at first, hurry his delivery, Give Chris a chance to throw him out. If he takes off to steal, go ahead and go to 1. We'll see if he goes. Blair is going.
And that's
Allen throws down. It was a good throw, but it was cut off in front of the bag by Homeyer. Chris, it's all you. I got to take a phone call.
Yep. As we get the new runner, it doesn't look like anybody's going to steal. It is surprising sometimes, though. And it goes straight down to the first baseline, and they get their first runner in.
All right, Chris, I am actually going to have to go. So you're going to be going solo here a little sooner than originally thought.
Now coming to the plate, number 2.
I will be back to check on you in just a little bit.
Yep. As we get number... And that's a hit. He's going down to first as somebody catches.
Chris, you see my key anywhere?
I do not see your keys anymore.
Now batting number 15, Alex Hogan.
Alex Hogan comes up to bat. And instincts come in to say that somebody was probably going to steal. He tore that up a little bit. And they go to steal. Out. He tried to steal the second, and they caught him. I do not know, fortunately. Number 21, so that was... Number 15 from the Trojans go first, but somebody catches it from our side while we're waiting for everyone to do this. Let's talk about the event happening tomorrow a little bit more. I'm going to be at the event as well. This has had a lot of revenue for the Boy Scouts of America here in Owensville for quite a while. We do this every year for the last 10 years. It's a really fun event. We do anywhere between marshmallow putts to random golf clubs, depending on what you're doing, is 100% up to you. We do games. We have beverages and foods. Although it is always a fun time, we try to always keep it friendly between everybody. So it's nothing to ever worry about having to get over stimulated about. I will be there a little bit, but we also have a broadcast going on tomorrow, and that is going to be the Springfield that's going to be the Spring Fest here at Owensville High School. We also have we have quite a few things coming up. I will say yesterday we had soccer. Today we have baseball. We do try to involve a little bit of every sport Unfortunately, we cannot get to every game, of course, so we're going to try to be implementing a new type of broadcasting pretty soon, so then we can hit more sports for you guys. And I think they're
Leading
starting
off
to
in the
get
bottom of the third, number 6, Weston Crammy.
Weston Crammy comes up for our first batter for the play. The attitudes between teams have been a little bit interesting. And that's going to be towards third base. They failed to catch it, so he's moving on to the second base and stops second base. Good runs from everyone
Batting
today.
catcher, number 22, Chris Allen.
Chris Allen's up for his second batting of this whole thing, I believe. That was definitely a strike. That was more center, too. Ball speed is everything, though. That was a little bit in. Hit us. That's a free walk for Chris Allen, number 22.
Hit my pitch.
They're filling him
Now
in
batting
for...
number 24, Tucker Sassman.
They are filling in Chris for Braden. That was a little bit more out and down. That was a foul for us. I can hear the coach over there giving out callouts. And that's towards third base. It's going to be caught right before he gets on. That was even hard for me to tell.
Now batting number 23, Chase Wyrick.
Chase Hybrink is going to be our next for the batting. Let's see what he can do. That was out in two down. And he hits it more center, a little bit more to the left than what we like, but that's okay. It's going to be moving on down. While we are waiting, let's talk about our schedules just a little bit more. We have lost quite a few more than them, but coming in with a positive attitude, we have proved that, even though how much we have failed, we always can bring it back. As long as you don't end up losing that positive attitude, we still have a pretty good shot. It is 2-0 right now. Getting a little bit more cloudy too, so there might be a little bit of a weather
Coming to
change.
the plate for Potosi, number 10, David Miller.
And that's going to be more up, and we catch it going more towards third plate.
Now coming to the plate, number 8, Camden Kincaid.
Called against us. And he was like, that way. Like,
That one was a little bit out and down for us.
no.
And we have it going a little bit more down again. And a little bit more out again as well. And that's going to go down. Right before he can come out, we catch the ball, and they're bringing out number 9 for the Trojans.
Making his way to the plate, number 9, Zachary Johnson.
Zachary Johnson is overall an interesting player from what I've seen today. Let's see what he can do. He hits it towards third base. We end up chucking it towards the fence. And he makes it to the first base and stops.
Now batting number 14, Gavin Mosier.
And he catches it again, throwing it towards Tucker Sassman, that catches it successfully. Unfortunately, or Potosi makes it to base before they do it again. I'm going to move it out to the wider view just so then we can get the ref to not be in the way, and that's the third time. We were looking at it. He tries stealing a base. He successfully steals it. Catches the baseball on the way. We were looking at it. It's a little bit toward him. This is number 14, Gavin Moiser. That is currently batting. He almost goes for it. They do have a duck on the pond, though. That was also a little bit more in. And he hits it. They throw it, and right before they can, or number 14. Is that number 14? That was number 14. Okay. Makes it to base. It gets thrown in, and we are moving over to the Owensville Dutchmen batting. They're going to do their little warm-up. Let's look at the Trojan lineup that we just went against. Number 14 that was throwing last is Gavin Moiser. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I might have absolutely butchered it. He's a left field. Usually, he was a pretty good competitor, or he is a good batter from what we've seen today. I think every one of all of the guys down there right now are pretty good batters. But we look at Owensville Dutchmen as well. All of us are pretty good batters as well. Chris Allen has been the one being right behind. He's hit some pretty good balls today. Gabe is the one pitching, I believe. Gabe pitching is always great. Anyways.
Now batting number 8, Leighton Holmeyer.
And that was out. Let me bring that in. I'm sorry for that. We're looking at it, and it's a little bit more out as well. They're going to count that as a strike. And that goes out. Also, thank you for everybody that's watching at home. The Potosi, you guys just saved yourselves a massive trip, or, yeah, you guys just made it, or saved yourself a massive trip out here. Owensville, it is a beautiful day outside. It'd be great to come down and watch. Number 8, it barely hits the bottom of his bats, and that is going to be a strike for us. That was more in towards us. More downwards as well. And he almost goes for it, keeps it in. That is going to be ball number 3. That was more out, and I would say more downwards as well. We hit it, but it is a foul ball. It's either a win or lose for the Dutchman right now with a 3 ball and a 2 strike. And that is 1 for the Dutchman. For that,
now coming to the plate, number 12, George Vandegrift.
George Vandegrift is going out to bat next, number 12. Move the camera to the scoreboard. It is currently on the scoreboard from what I can see. Hold on just a second. I get what you mean. And that person tried stealing a base. Let me move it back out here. Ref's blocking the vision just a little bit. And we hit it straight up. They catch because it hit the ground, though. Before he could make it, they threw it. We have a duck in the pond now, though, so that's always a positive.
Now batting number 18, Gabe
Let me
Medlock.
fix this real quick. And that is a ball. It is currently 2-0. And he got hit, I believe. So
Now
that
coming
is
to the
going
plate,
to
number
be.
13, Bryce Crammy.
So he gets to move on. Bryce Crammy, number 13, is coming up to bat. Let's see how he does. I hope that looks a lot better for you guys at home for the pitching. It does not, in fact, look better. Let me adjust this just enough. So there we go. I got to remember to look over once in a while. They're all talking over there. A little team meeting. Oh no. I'm going to drive myself nuts now. We have number 13 out right now, and that is going to be Bryce Crammy. Wait, no. That's definitely... Number 13 is out right now, though. And we try stealing a base. And that was out and down. That is ball for the Trojan. And that is possibly not just one, but 2 outs for us. As we had somebody try to steal a base and didn't make it too far. Mr. T, if you're watching, you should totally Gmail me those team names and everything. That would be a great help. Oh, wait a second. I probably could pull it up on the second screen by chance. And the ref is currently talking to one of the Potosi players. And number 13, that is going to be Bryce Crammy coming up to bat. He hits it. For some odd reason, the pictures just wouldn't change.
Now batting DH, number 15, Henry Leb.
Henry Leb is going to be our next person up. And he hits it. And unfortunately doesn't make it to first base. Leaving it up to Trojan to see how many they can get. I do have the list pulled up now so that I can see who, what, where, and when. Owensville is making their stance. Let's look at Henry Loeb, the last person to go up. He averages 86. Yep. He set it all up and he went, hey, I gotta go early. It's okay, I didn't even have our team names there for a second. Or team players' names, so I have the stuff pulled up now. Let's look at a little bit of the history of baseball. Some of the interesting things we talked about earlier was just whenever it was created. So, Major League Baseball was funded in... I lost it. In 1903, making it one of the oldest professional sport leagues to the current day. As well as the New York Yankees...
Number 6, Lane Rebel.
The New York Yankees have won the most amount of series titles with 27 championships to their name today. Our pitcher, Tucker Sassaman, made a little bit out, but I think he will be able to pull it in. The first strike of our evening, or technically of this, has it. That was a little bit out a little bit. Just a tiny. But they're still going to count that as a strike. I think it just barely made it into the strike zone. And there's another strike. Or not. I guess that one was a little bit of in. That was out and low. It's either a win or lose situation here. Let's see what they do. And it looks like they have won this one as he moves on to first base.
Now batting number 1, Braden Blair.
Braden Boers is their next batter. And that was the first ball for this. Tucker Sassman definitely has an arm to him, and whenever he gets it in, it can go real smoothly for us. And it goes more centered. They throw just soon enough. 2 outs.
Now batting number 21, Landon Johnson.
Number 21 is up to bat for us, or for the Trojans, not for us. And he hits a little bit more out. I saw that one go into the field. And that one goes a little bit more out. It's still a foul ball. The ref is telling them to throw it in currently. And they go in a little bit too far, hits them. He makes it to first base.
Coming to the plate, number 2, Crew Sadler.
Number 2 for their team, Crew Sadler, is up on base. Trying to show everybody what he got. First one is a strike. That was a really good throw for us. That was ball for us. A little bit too low there. We were looking at it, and as the game goes on, it's getting slightly more cloudy and slightly more sunny all of the time. And he hits it straight to our pitcher. They're going to be swapping sides now. Tucker Sassman is one of the best high school pitchers I think I've seen so far. Of course, I don't think any one of them has every strong suit, but I think he's a pretty great one. So the baseball used in major league games has a core made of cork and rubber wrapped in yarn and leather. I'm just spouting off random facts. I'm trying to learn a little bit more myself. I'm not really that big of a baseball guy, but I think Mr. T is going to try to get me into it. Let's see where all of this goes. The first recorded baseball game took place in 1946. You know, if that never happened, I don't know if I would be here recording right now. But it took place in New Jersey. Baseball is often known or referred to as America's pastime, as we mentioned earlier. Baseball has been known to grow into a international sport, so not just in the United States, but all over the world now.
Leading off for the Dutchmen in the bottom of the 5th inning, number 6, Weston Crammy.
We're looking at number 6 batting right now. Number 6 has shown us what he has got quite a bit. That it will be Weston Crammy for you. And he hits another one. You know, that's why.
Now batting number 22, Chris Allen.
Chris Allen is going to be coming up and showing us his skill. And he shoots it towards second base. And unfortunately doesn't make it to first. They go on to throw.
Now batting number 24, Tucker Sassman.
They go to throw Tucker Sassman in the mix with his average being pretty good. Pretty good for this season. He is also our pitcher for our team for this season. And he hits it. It turns into a foul ball. He dings it, and it goes up more. He stops at first base.
Now batting number 23, Chase Wyrick.
Chase Wyrick is coming up to bat next. Like the bat. Like the bat. Nice little color pattern, I will admit. Not exactly matching our orange. And it is a ball, I believe. Yes. That was a little bit low and out. And he goes for it. And goes out. Our pitcher, Tucker Sassman, stole to second base. We know. Another ball, it looks like. It was a little bit out. We do have one strike on the board. That was towards us. Inside. They're looking
Now batting our pitcher, number 8, Leighton Homeyer.
They're trying to make this a full house. Let's see how they do. First one is a strike. The ball speed got him a little bit, but that will be okay. Second strike. Let's see if he can pull this third one in. He thought it was going to be too low, but unfortunately it hit the box. The year 1869 really has a total for the sport marked the first time that baseball team turned professional. That right there is a big accomplishment for some of these guys. The effect of World War II inspired a few changes to the game of baseball and saw a record increase in attendance and support of this and other sports. If you guys would have some facts to share with me, that'd be a really cool thing to come and share what you know about baseball.
Thank you. Awesome. Have a great time.
An estimated 30,000 baseball cards all collected from an estimated 30,000 baseball cards all collected from the sport's early years.
Leading off for Potosi in the top of the 6th inning, number 15, Alex Hogan.
Number 15 is coming up to bat, Alex Hogan.
That is so smart.
It is 2-0 right now. Let's see if they can get a even bigger lead. That first one is a strike. The second strike coming in to play. That third one was a ball. That was a little bit more out and low.
This year it's what? It's not.
And that goes out. He's looking to go to first base.
Now batting number 10, David Miller.
David Miller is the one coming up next, number 10. I'm moving this out just so that you guys can see better, knowing that the ref is just blocking our view today.
Not sure if he's setting you up for good or for pitch.
That first one was a strike.
Then they told us, oh, you can take your teacher's picture. So I'm writing them and I said, I'm just going to tell you all the teachers.
Tricked you guys with that this year.
I did get all the teachers last night.
That second one is a ball.
I was talking to Austin. He said that last year, you have to take a health. He said, I think,
Yeah, those are semesters.
And that's
One semester is PE and the other semester is
on to a early start. 2 strikes and 1 ball.
Hey, Altamire, are they still doing like freshman PE in summer school?
In summer school, yeah.
Yeah.
We do it in summer school. We are going to offer health this year in summer school, yeah.
And he shoots it straight up. Everybody's watching, and it looks like it goes behind all of them and over the box.
Switch to that. Because I'm thinking,
Summer school health.
yeah, because I'm doing nutrition and health together. So I'm going to see if I can switch it to nutrition 1 and nutrition 2.
Yeah, we're offering health.
Because I'm like, I'm not going to go to summer school and take PE because I'm going to be taking weight room all year.
Yeah.
So I already got it.
They're letting freshmen do weight training?
Yeah, because,
Wow.
Set up this year.
yeah, because we did weight room down at the middle school this year.
And that is another ball.
Added that.
It's either a win or lose for them. Let's
I was so happy.
see.
Last year.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a good year.
And he hits it for another foul ball.
I'm excited for the power hour.
Well, it's going to be interesting.
I was just getting ready to say that. Yep, yep.
It's going to be good. I'm a little nervous just about
Everyone, I keep hearing that.
supervision, but it'll be fun.
Yeah, I keep hearing that a lot of people in high school.
And that's another ball. He gets to go to first.
Well,
They do have a duck in the pond now, so let's see if they can continue doing that.
Now batting number 8, Camden Kincaid.
Looking to make it a full house. Number 8 is up. Camden Kincaid is up.
I know I have Miss Alderson for my power hour.
well, she'll keep you in mind.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. She has.
I really like her daughter. She was like one of my favorites this
Oh,
year.
Emily? Yeah. Miss Aubuchon. The other Miss Aubuchon.
Yeah. Her baby's really cute.
And they go for the full house. That was a really good play on their end. One out on that.
Now batting number 9, Zachary Johnson.
Number 9 is up to bats. Zachary Johnson.
Anything that he's just not used to. Something different.
I don't know why I couldn't read that, but I really couldn't.
I kind of laughed because I was like,
And he hits it, going more down middle. And another out. I feel like I just screamed in my own ear.
Now batting number 14, Gavin Mosier.
Number 14 is coming up to bat. His position is left field, and it is Gavin Moiser. And it goes straight towards us for that.
I just cannot remember all of them. I don't know. My brain just goes blank as soon as I walk in that building.
Just goes blank.
Jefferson R. has 30,000 baseball cards all collected from sports early years. And it goes up.
I'm more of a numbers person too.
And they got another score. Before he could get there, they were out. It is 2-0 still.
Yesterday I was teaching in my class Worcester plots and standard deviation. I was like,
Now that we are waiting, I would like to inform everybody new about
classes.
the event happening tomorrow. It is the 10th annual Boy Scouts of America golf tournament. It's Boy Scout Troop 22 that is hosting it. They'll have beverages, fun games, and food. I will be there tomorrow, and I think it will be a fun event for everybody. They do golf games and everything else. Let's look at our lineup again. Our lineup goes between Chase to Tucker, George, Chris Allen to Gabe Medlock, Leighton. That's his name. Yes, Leighton Hammeyer, George Vandegrift, Gabe Medlock, Bryce Cramey, and Henry Leb. Not. As we're looking at it, though, our team's still continuing
Leading
with
off for the
it.
Dutchman in the bottom of the sixth inning, number 12, George Vandegrift.
For the sixth inning, they're putting George Vandegrift into bat. And he hits it, but it is a foul ball. Actually, no, that is a strike, not a foul ball. Another strike for George Vandegrift. And he goes on to the first base.
Now coming to the plate, number 18, Gabe Medlock.
He gets filled in by number not 13, never mind. And he hits it. It goes overhead, though. And that is a foul ball. We are looking at it, and they are putting number 18 down. That is going to be Gabe Medlock. That is a ball down and a little bit outside. Right down the center, but the speed messes him up, unfortunately.
Now batting number 13, Bryce Cramey.
The most expensive baseball card ever sold was a Honus Wagner, and it fetched a whopping $3.12 million at an auction in 2016. They put number 13 down, and that is Bryce Crammy. He hits it and is headed towards first base. They catch before he can make it to first.
Thanks for coming to visit, Jade.
We have way too much baseball stuff on here, and I am losing my focus and thinking that I am on the right person. The pitcher, Gabe Medlock, was one of the people that were going last time. Runs 2.25. Let's go into another fact. Baseball first appeared in the Olympics in 1992. Baseball's first appearance in the Olympics was not 1992. It was in 1904 Summer Olympics. It was included again in 2021 Olympics, but has not been included in the sport program for the 2024 Olympic Games, or for the past recent ones.
Leading off top of the seventh for the Potosi, number 6, Lane Ravel.
Number 6 is coming up to bat. Lane Ravel is up to bat. And we jig him out a little bit, giving him a little bit of a slower ball. And it goes towards third base. They catch it before he can go on.
Now batting number 1, Braden Blair.
He looks to get a little bit upset over there. Number 1 is up to bats. Braden Blair. Not Brandon. And we give him just enough, but misses. First one goes on ball. Oh, wait, no, it goes on strike. Second strike. And that is going to be a little bit out, so that is going to be counted as a ball. And we hit. So that is going to be ball again from inside. And that's going to be a little bit more inside, but at the same time. So it's either a win or a loss for him. Let's see where we go on to this. And we are going in to their first.
Now batting number
Run.
21, Landon Johnson.
Sorry, I did not change the cameras for that one. Got a little bit distracted. First one is a strike right down the middle. Was expecting to put a little bit of spin on that or something. The second one is a ball. We have 3 more innings to catch up with them. Never mind, we have 1 inning to catch up with them. And he steals the base, going on to seconds.
Yeah, back to the catcher. That's it.
And it goes on. Straight down. They try to throw it up a little bit overhead. And they make 1 run while going through.
Now batting number 2, Crew Sadler.
Number 2, Crude Sadler is up. Other teams getting a little bit rowdy over there. And that first one is a strike. Second one is a strike as well. And it goes. Making home runs. Number 15.
Now batting number 15, Alex Hogan.
Number 15, Alex Hogan is up to bat. First one is a ball. That was a little bit out for us. Second one is a strike. Third one is a ball. A little bit out again. Fourth one is also a ball. And that is going to be a free base for them. Number 12 is up. That is going to be Garrett
Now batting is
Greenland.
number 12, Garrett Greenlee.
Garrett Greenlee. And that goes straight back once he hits. And that is going to be a hit for him.
Now batting number 8, Camden Kincaid.
Number 8 comes up to bats. And he hits it towards center. They get another run and another goose in the pond.
Now coming to the plate, number 9, Zachary Johnson.
Zachary Johnson is coming up to bat. And he gets a strike. And ball number 1 for them. Did you know there's 333 elected members in the Baseball Hall of Fame? Strike number 2 for him also came up. And they hit it out. They get him out, giving us our 3rd out.
Leading off for the Dutchmen in the bottom of the 7th inning, number 15, Henry Leb.
Henry Leb is up for it. I will pull up his stats. He averages around 86. And the second strike for him. Third strike, and that brings me to the most popular song of baseball.
Now coming to the plate, number 6, Weston Crammy.
The most popular baseball song, as most of us have heard, is that. And it goes straight to Bryce Crammy. Averaging about 125. And he hits it, making it almost to first.
Now batting number 22, Chris Allen.
Chris Allen comes out. His average is 308. And the first one's a strike. And there is the first ball of this. And he hits, but the ball gets caught. Or was that a foul ball? I think that was a foul ball. It shows and that brings us to our third out. And we lose 0-6. Mr. T, if you are still in this, do you want me to broadcast the other game? I don't think so either. Let me get this all zoomed out again. Oh no. Hold on just a second. And we...
Head out for their picture.
And that was the broadcast for today. We will